loops are control structures that execute a command or set of commands several times. And there are three types of loops, and as I told you that it execute the command several times. So the first type of loop is for loop, and it takes the name as an index and a range to which it is applied. So if we want to take the name of the index, it should not be used previously in any of the commands for the vectors. So if the for loop is applied in any of the commands, then it will execute the command that is written within the curly brackets. For example, a loop that calculates 2x for values of x between 1 to 5. So here we can see the value 2x is the value of x here, and it is from 1 to 5, would be written in the form of code as I is the index name. As we have seen that we have to give the index name, and in this case the index name is I. Value of I ranges from 1 to 5 as we have seen here, and for I in 1 to 5, then the curly bracket, it will start here. So it means that this is the start of the for loop. Then print 2 raised to power 1, and then the curly bracket ends. So when we write the command in this way, so it means that this 1 to 5 will be repeated several times. First, it will be like 2 raised to power 1, then it will be 2 raised to power 2, then 2 raised to power 3, 4, and the last is 2 raised to power 5. So the answer will be 2 raised to power 1 will be 2. For the second one, 2 raised to power 2 will be 4. For third, 8, 16, and the last 2 raised to power will be 5 will be 32. So it means that it has repeated its command several times, 5 times, as we have given within the for loop. The second type of the loop is the if loop, and the function of the if loop is that it analyze some logical comparison, and if the logical comparison is true, then it will proceed, and we will call it as the if loop, and the command within the brackets will be executed. For example, we can see here if we want to execute 2 raised to power x for the value of x is between 1 to 5, then if loop means that we have to give a variable to the if loop, and if the variable in this case k is equal to 1, and if it will analyze a logical comparison, and if it sees that the k is equal to 1, then the if loop will be executed, that is present within the bracket. We will see here the example of the if loop. So here we have the variable k is equal to 1, should be 1, and if k is equal to 1, then the curly bracket will start, and it is the start of the if loop. And for within this there is a for loop, that if the if loop is correct, it means that k is equal to 1, then the for loop will start, and it will execute several times from 1 to 5, and it will print the same we have seen earlier, 2 raised to power I, where I is equal to 1 to 5. Then the curly bracket of this will close for the for loop, and this is curly bracket for the if loop. So if k is not equal to 1, then the if loop will not proceed further, and it will stop here. And we can also test the condition, because we have set the condition k should be equal to 1. We can change the condition, and we can use k equal to 2, and then we can proceed further. And sometimes we need another type of execution. For example, we have seen the for loop and if loop, and the third type is the if else loop. And sometimes we need that there is a condition if k is equal to 1, then it should proceed further, and if k is not equal to 1, then it should not proceed further. But sometimes we need a condition that if k is not equal to 1, then it should proceed to some other problem. For example, if k is equal to 1, then it will proceed as 2 raised to power x, and if it is not equal to 1, then it should proceed 3 raised to the power x, and this is called the condition if else. So we can see the example of the if else. So we can see here the same condition, if k is equal to 1, then the if loop will proceed and it will print 2 raised to the power 2. And if we are adding the another condition else, after if, the else condition will proceed, and it will come if k is not equal to 1, then it will not proceed to 2 raised to power 2, rather else condition will apply and it will proceed to 3 raised to the power 2. And then the curly bracket here is starting and it's closing. So the same procedure can also be implemented using 2 if clauses. So if k is equal to 1, then print this one. If k is equal to something else, then print this one. So if 2 clauses and if else, we can proceed in some other manner.